As we eagerly anticipate an apology, it is important to recognize that the need for acknowledgement extends beyond the Coxar massacre, as numerous other injustices warrant attention and illumination. Moreover, not only the establishment in the United Kingdom, but also in Pakistan, India, and Bangladesh, acknowledgement and recognition are yet to be provided as deservedly due. Freedom did not come easy. The documentary explores the heavy cost paid by Allama Mashriqi, his family, and the male and female Coxars in their pursuit of independence for the Indian subcontinent. These brave individuals faced unimaginable atrocities and hardships under British rule. The freedom enjoyed by the masses in the Indian subcontinent today is built on the sacrifices of these individuals. According to Coxar veteran Hakim Ahmed Hussein's book, over 10,000 Coxars were forcibly detained in various jails across the Punjab province. While some faced life imprisonment, others endured varying durations of imprisonment. The colonial authorities employed brutal methods to punish them, extract information, and force them to abandon the Coxar movement. Common forms of torture in British India included whipping, flogging, waterboarding, electric shock, sleep deprivation, forced labor, sexual abuse, and burning with cigarettes. Many Coxars were handcuffed and chained. They were confined to overcrowded and filthy cells without sunlight or windows, enduring scorching heat. They were not provided with blankets during the extreme cold weather, leaving them exposed to harsh conditions. The prisoners' rooms were infested with various insects such as bedbugs, mosquitoes, body lice, and ants. The conditions were unsanitary and lacked basic facilities. Medical treatment and food quality were poor, leading to the suffering of numerous Coxars from diseases such as diarrhea, malaria, and typhoid. Several even died due to inhumane conditions and cruel treatment. In a letter dated October 27, 1943, addressed to Sir Richard Tottenham, Mashriqi provided a glimpse into the harsh reality endured by the Coxars in words to this effect. A relentless and most determined campaign is being waged against the Coxars throughout India by the police, both in uniform and plain clothes. The Coxars are subjected to abuse, insults, and intimidation simply because they identify as Coxars. These acts are openly justified as government orders. Every received letter arrives after being forcibly opened and tainted with adhesive. Notably, influential Coxar individuals are persistently surveilled by plainclothes officers who trail their every step. Now, in addition to Mashriqi's account, it is important to note that the media had already unleashed propaganda by labeling the Coxars as fifth columnists. Furthermore, amidst the persecution faced by Mashriqi and the Coxars, the British government made futile attempts to find a link between Mashriqi and Hitler, as well as any funding from the Nazi leader, in order to justify his hanging for treason. However, their relentless efforts yielded no evidence against Mashriqi. Nevertheless, he was unjustly detained in Vellore Central Jail without trial and deprived of the appropriate categorization or classification for his confinement. As a result, Mashriqi suffered from meager and deplorably poor quality food, as well as the abhorrent conditions of his cell, which eventually led to his severe illness. While in prison, Mashriqi lay gravely unwell. He wrote a letter dated March 10, 1941, from jail to Dr. Rafiq Ahmed Khan, informing him of his impending fate. He wrote, "My last days are nearing. It will be all right if I receive a reply and I am released. Otherwise, I am going to die. I am not going to change my decision, nor do I repent for it. I am happy because I am going to lay down my life." At the conclusion of his letter, Mashriqi wrote, "Again gird up your loins. Do not let my face be blackened. We will all return home happily, else my dead body will reach you." There was a widespread belief that Mashriqi was being slowly poisoned to ensure his demise. Fearing his impending death, Mashriqi Day was observed throughout India on May 2, 1941. Special prayers and fasting were held for his release. Black flags were hung on houses, and numerous telegrams were sent to the Viceroy of India urging Mashriqi's release. When the government refused to grant his freedom, the Coxars devised a plan to hijack Mashriqi from jail. On May 16, 1941, from the depths of his prison cell, Mashriqi defiantly dispatched a resounding message, one that resonated across the land. Published on the front page of Mashriqi's journal, his words, or rather words to this effect, reverberated with unwavering conviction. Coxar soldier, heed my words. Your duty, unwavering and unyielding, endures until the final objective is achieved. Do not allow the deceptive enemy to ensnare you in their treacherous games, nor succumb to the snares of the hypocrite. Stand tall, unswerving in your resolve, for the true path lies before you. Driven by concerns over Mashriqi's resolve, the movement's growing popularity, and its potential to overthrow British rule on June 6, 1941, the Coxar movement, initially banned in the Punjab province, was now banned throughout India. Thereafter, a large number of Coxars were arrested from different parts of the country. Believing that freedom would only come with his sacrifice, on October 16, 1941, Mashriqi embarked on a fast unto death, demonstrating his willingness to die for the Indian subcontinent's independence. The British government demanded that Mashriqi announce the disbandment of the Coxar movement. However, Mashriqi refused to succumb to any threats and firmly replied that the Coxar movement was not his personal property that he could dispose of. As a result of fast, he was on deathbed. On December 21, 1941, Barrister Mian Ahmed Shah sent the following letter to Sir Richard Tottenham. His condition as I have seen him is dangerously serious, and nothing remains in his body except tissues. He cannot walk even 2 steps without leaning on something, nor can he talk even 5 or 6 sentences at a time. I am afraid he may break down any moment and finish. Moreover, the cell in which he has been put appears from its very size to be one in which convicts condemned to death are usually kept. If he were, therefore, to die, say, within a fortnight, this sort of solitary, dark, and unairy cell will certainly shorten his lingering life by a few days. From what I have seen of the Allama, I may say that he is nearing his death. Therefore, very urgently, I point out that his letter of 19th instant may be immediately favorably considered, and his release ordered without any further loss of time. Fearing that Mashriqi's death would lead to significant unrest in the country, the British government had no choice but to release him from jail on January 19, 1942, albeit with restricted movements. This decision was made in light of the resilience and sacrifices demonstrated by Mashriqi and the Coxars during this period. Their unwavering determination to fight for independence served to underscore the oppressive nature of British colonial rule in India.
To understand the truth about the partition of India, the politics of Jinnah, Gandhi, and the British rulers, watch the documentary titled The Road to Freedom, Allama Mashriqi's historic journey from Amritsar to Lahore. Additionally, read or listen to the audio version of the article named The British Chessboard, Jinnah, Gandhi, and the Strategic Divide of India, both of which are by scholar Nasim Yousaf and available on social media.